So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sharon. Welcome to our online yoga session. If you're joining us on YouTube, we're happy to have you join us. And if you have your yoga mat, blocks, straps, that's great. If you don't have any equipment, that's just as well also. Please, if you're joining me on Zoom right now, please make sure that you're muted. I am recording this session. All right. So we'll start out by lying down on our backs in corpse position. So heels down to the bottom corners of the mat. And lie down on your back. I can mute you from here. Don't worry, I'll do it right now. Okay, there you go. You're muted. Okay, so lying down on your back, and then we're gonna draw our focus inward, centering ourselves, and then concentrating on mindful breathing or pranayama. So pay attention where you're at right now. How long is it taking you to inhale? How long is it taking you to exhale? And over the next couple minutes, we're gonna change the timing of that so that our breath out takes longer than our breath in. So you can have your palms connected to the ground or palms connected to the body, which is connected to the ground for grounding. If you're feeling tired, then have your palms up and think about receiving good energy from around you as a little bit of a pick-me-up while you center yourself and concentrate on your mindful breathing. So with breathing, effective breathing, mindful breathing, you can do that in and out through your nose, or you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Whatever feels best for you. So as you breathe in, try and visualize your lungs as a couple of balloons in your upper body. And then with each breath cycle, we're going to think about expanding into those spaces more and more with each breath cycle. If your hands are on your chest or your belly, this is nice as far as tactile feedback goes, because you can feel your body expanding and compressing as you breathe in and out. Sometimes that helps people become more aware of their breathing pattern, and it helps to calm down the nervous system a little bit quicker. So mindful breathing is also really effective for regulating and calming your nervous system. Will also help to quiet your mind. So as you continue with your breath work, take notice of how it helps to calm you down. While we're continuing to work on pranayama and centering ourselves, let's remind ourselves to let go of competition, let go of comparison, and let go of judgment. Let's be grateful for what our bodies allow us to do today and be present throughout our practice. So if you know you have a tendency to get distracted easily, when you notice this happening, draw your focus back to your breathing. For some, it's also helpful to have an intention. So if you set an intention or have an affirmation that you want to kind of repeat to yourself throughout your practice as a bit of a focal point, you can have that and or a reminder to come back to your breathing for keeping you present during your practice. So as we continue with our breath work, let's bend our knees and place our feet on the mat. So you can start out with your feet about hip distance apart. You can then, as you exhale, lower your knees down to one side as we start into this windshield wiper movement with the legs. If you want a little bit more stability in the upper body, you can spread the arms out. Have them out to the side body about 45 degrees away from your side body, and then just connect your hands to the ground, and your upper body will feel like it has a bit more of a stable base. So we're working into this lumbar spine twist with our windshield wiper legs. So you breathe in as the knees come up, and then as you breathe out, the knees come down. And you might want to just pause there while you finish your exhale, because while we do this, we are still working on pranayama. So nice deep cleansing breath in through the nose as the knees face up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, release the knees down to the other side. And just be patient while you exhale completely. Gives you a chance to enjoy the twist and some stretch going on in the legs. So nice deep breath in as the knees come up. And then as you exhale, just let the knees melt down towards the floor. So let's do a couple more. Nice deep cleansing breath in through the nose as the knees come up to face the ceiling. And then as you exhale, knees go down to one side and press the air out. Good. So bring the knees back up towards the ceiling. Walk your feet apart a little bit more. You're going to pick your hips up just gently and tilt your tailbone upwards a little bit so that your back, a little bit more of your back is in contact with the floor, and it should feel a little bit more supported. For those of you that have pillows or bolsters, you might want to just put the bolsters under your knees, or you can rest your legs on your couch or something if you want to be a little bit more supported with your legs. So if you have a couch and you want to just kind of put your lower legs on your couch or on a chair just to have your back a little bit more supported while you continue with your breathing, you can do that. If you're fine in this position, just be here. The other thing that might work for some is a hip opener position. So lying cobbler with the bottoms of the feet together and letting the knees just melt down towards the floor. So you put yourself basically in a comfortable position as we draw our focus now to some gentle movement through the neck. So arms out to the side body, palms down, or palms over your rib cage, hands over your rib cage, so you can just feel yourself breathing. And then on each exhale for this time, we're going to turn our head gently and look to the right. When you're ready to inhale, you're going to bring your gaze back up towards the ceiling and feel your body open up as you breathe in. So feel that expansion. And then as you breathe out, you're going to turn and look to the left. And just pause while you finish your exhale. And when you're ready to inhale, bring your gaze back up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale. And let's do one more. Nice deep cleansing breath in through your nose. Feel your body opening up. And then as you exhale, turn and look to the left. Good. Gaze comes back up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to just work on our shoulders. So release your legs down to the mat. So want the body flat on the mat again. You're going to bring your arms in close to your side body with the palms down. As you inhale, you're going to float your right arm up through the air and land it down in the extended overhead position on the floor. And then as you exhale, bring it back. Then you're going to do that on the other side. Nice deep breath in. Extend the arm up overhead on the floor, and then as you exhale, bring it back. So we're just windmilling the arm through the air into the extended overhead position on the floor, exhaling it back. Nice deep breath in. And think about fogging the mirror as you breathe in. As you breathe in, it's through the nose, filling the lungs up, opening up into the body. And then as you exhale, think about fogging the mirror with your breath out or blowing out candles. So it's a little bit of a strong, forceful exhale. You should feel your abs contracting at the end as you press the air out. Good, just pause here. Bring your focus down toward your ankles and your feet. So as you breathe in, you're going to flex into your ankles, pull your toes up towards you. Feel stretch in the lower legs and the back there and the calf muscles. And then as you exhale, just softly, gently direct your toes towards the wall in front of you. So it's not a really intense toe point. on purpose. As you breathe in, pull the toes towards you, flex. And then as you breathe out, extend through the ankle joint and point your toes away towards the wall in front of you or at the bottom of your mat. One more time each way, nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, think about fogging the mirror with that breath out. Good. We're coming back into some hip movement with windshield wipers. So bend your knees. See if you can walk your feet out a little bit wider than last time. Arms out to the side body, about 45 degrees away from the side body with the palms down. Breathe in first with your knees facing up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, lower both knees down to one side. Complete your exhale. As you're ready to breathe in, bring the knees back up. And then as you exhale, release the knees down to the other side. So this time, if it's available, you're going to add the neck movement. You're going to turn your head to the left as the knees go to the right. Or if the knees are going to the left, you're going to turn your head to the right. So you're getting C-spine twist and L-spine twist. So continue with that. Nice deep cleansing breath in through your nose. And then fog the mirror with your breath out. Release the knees down. Nice deep breath in. And out. Let's do one more. Nice deep breath in. And out. Good. So next we're going to come into a lying spinal twist. So you're going to straighten your right leg down onto the mat. You're going to bend your left knee to about 90 degrees, or you can bring it in a little closer to you. You're going to take your right hand on the outside of that left knee and guide it across your body into that spinal twist. So you want to readjust your upper body and pack your shoulder blades into the mat beneath you. Your gaze can be up to the ceiling, or your gaze can be in the opposite direction that your knee is pointing. So then you add more twist in the neck again, if it's available. If you prefer to just look up or look in the same direction that the knee is going, if that feels more comfortable, then do that. So breathe into it again. Nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, draw your belly button in. You strengthen your abs and guide that knee back to the center line. Place the foot down on the mat. Bring the other foot in so that it's on the mat with the knee bent. Straighten the left leg out and down towards the bottom of the mat. Bend your right knee into a 90-90 position, 90 degrees in the knees, 90 degrees in the hips. Take your left hand on the outside of the right knee and guide it across the body over to the left side of your mat. And turn and look in the opposite direction if that's available. So again, you might need to adjust your upper body a little bit and pack your shoulder blades into the mat. So breathe into the tight spots. Think about creating space with your breath in. And as you exhale, think about releasing tension. So one more time, nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, draw your belly button in and guide that leg back to the center line and release it all the way down to the bottom of the mat. So nice and straight. Maybe even just needing to shake your legs out just a little bit. And then we're going to come into hip bridge. So you're going to bend your knees again, about hip distance apart or a little wider. And then arms down to the floor, palms to the floor. You're going to take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose. And this time when you exhale, you're going to drive your hips up towards the ceiling. And then when you inhale, float the back and the hips down towards the floor. Deep cleansing breath in before you lift. So open up the body with that breath in. And then as you exhale, press the air out. Think about contracting into your abs like you were sneezing or coughing. And then use the muscles in your pelvic floor as though you're holding your bladder and you should feel your glutes are contracted. Once you finish your exhale and you're ready to start inhaling, release the back and the hips down towards the mat. Take that nice deep breath in. When you're ready to exhale, drive the hips up. You're driving down into the floor through your hands and your feet. Really getting a nice contraction in the front and the back of the body. Release it down. So you're going to hug your right leg in towards you and just feel the stretch in the back of the upper leg and your glute. If it's comfortable to hold from over top of your shin bone, hold there. If the knee is not quite ready to bend that far, then just hold, interlace your fingers just at the back part of your right hamstring and guide the thigh, the front of your thigh in towards your front body, your ribs. Okay, so another nice deep breath in there. Expand your upper body into your thigh. Then as you exhale, hug that leg in a little tighter. Good, release that foot down towards the mat. And same on the other side. So you're holding from over top the shin if the knee bend or flexion is available. If not, just hold from the back of the upper leg and pull that leg in nice and close. As you breathe in, you can feel your upper body open up into your thigh. Feel that expansion into your thigh. And then as you exhale, you can hug that leg in closer as the body compresses while the air is being pressed out. Good, release that foot down. So come into some windshield wipers again. Walk your feet a little wider if you can. And then as you exhale, release the knees down to one side and add the head turn if you're able to do that. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Gaze goes in the opposite direction that the knees are going. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Nice deep breath in and exhale. And so it's a deep cleansing breath in through your nose. Feel and create that expansion and then fog the mirror with the breath up. Bring those knees back up to center. Walk the legs in nice and close. Then you're going to tip the knees over to one side, let the upper body follow, and then help yourself up into seated position. So you can have a drink, take 2 or 3 sips of water here, and then we're coming onto hands and knees. And we're going to move through the spine. So from hands and knees position, your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. You're going to spread your fingers out like starfish. And we're going to start to move into the spine. So as you breathe in, you're going to sink your belly down towards the mat. And then you're going to lift your tailbone. You're going to lift your chin. You're going to push the floor away through your hands. And then you're in spinal extension. As you exhale, you're going to scoop your belly and send the back body up towards the ceiling. Tuck the chin towards the chest and tuck the tailbone under a bit, like a mad cat. And as you inhale, go back the other way. So we're moving through cow. Cow is the spinal extension on the inhale. And on the exhale, come into cat. So if you prefer to do the breath work the other way, say for instance you want to exhale on your cat, that's fine as long as you're alternating. As long as you alternate and the movement. You associate one movement with either the inhale or the exhale. So it's always been my go-to to inhale on extension and exhale on flexion. Do one more each way. And exhale. Good, come to a flat back or neutral. So this time as you breathe in, you're going to shift your weight forward, and as you exhale, shift your weight back, with the end goal eventually to end up in child's pose. So exhale, shift back. If the hips can come down towards the heel, great. If you are tight in the hips and the knees, you can just go to where your end point is. And we're gonna shift forward on the inhale and use the hands to help guide those hips back and down. And as you get closer, you can start to let the forehead come down towards the floor. Nice deep breath in, shift forward, and exhale, shift into child's pose. So keep shifting. Once you're down as far as you can go, then you're going to stay there and just come back to focus on your breathing. So in child's pose, if your head isn't coming down towards the mat and your hips are not coming down to the mat, this is where you can use your cushions or your blocks, or you can stack your fists and give your forehead a bit of support. The bolsters or blocks can go underneath your hips so that you have support under your hips. If the hips will come down quite easily and comfortably, then just come down into that child's pose, forehead down towards the mat, arms extended in front, thinking about sending your armpits down towards the floor, and taking nice deep breaths in and out. So again, deep cleansing breath in through the nose, and think about fogging the mirror with the breath out. Good, let's come back to hands and knees position. So from here, you're going to practice your bird dog. So it's an extension with the opposite arm and leg. So you breathe in deeply through your nose first. Your arms are straight, and then as you exhale, you're going to extend your left arm and your right leg. Hold that balance while you exhale. And then as you inhale, reset it into your hands and knees position. When you're ready to exhale, you do the opposite, right arm and left leg. So as you come into bird dog, keep in mind that the front of your hips should face the floor even while your leg is extending. So extend opposite arm and leg. So the regression for this, if you want to just remove one point of contact only, then you can do one arm at a time, or you can do one leg at a time, and that might feel more stable for you. So you don't have to remove 2 points of contact. You can just do one, and you can still get a good challenge in your core as you remove 1 point of contact, okay? So those of you that have been practicing for a while, you know your bird dog, and you can engage and activate your core while you exhale. Anytime you need a break, you can just come into child's pose, or you can sit up into a kneeling position, grab water whenever you want to, and then just resume practicing your bird dog. So nice deep breath in, and then as you exhale, your gaze is down to the mat so that the back of your head and your back are all at the same level. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Good. From here, you're going to practice your down dog. So you're going to walk your hands forward so that your wrists and your hands are in front of your shoulder joints. You're going to tuck your toes, and you're just going to practice lifting the hips up and straightening the legs, and then releasing the knees down. So you breathe in, and then on your exhale, you can keep your heels lifted, but lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Look at your feet, and then just release your knees down. So that's how you can practice coming into your down dog. Breathe in first, and then as you exhale, get your hips up towards the ceiling. Keep your heels up, but push away from the floor through your hands, and release down. So try that a couple more times. Nice deep breath in and lift. Look at your ankles and release. You don't have to stay there for a long time. You're just going to practice lifting your hips and looking at your ankles, and then come down. Good. So let's transition into a cross-legged position. Grab some water again. Yeah, so we're on the floor, we'll sit, and then we'll stand. So if you're warm, if you're getting warm, then you can start to remove layers. It's important that your body be warm when you're practicing. So coming into a comfortable seated position, nice deep breath in and out. So coming back to your breathing, deep cleansing breath in through your nose. Rest your hands on top of your knees. If sitting on the floor isn't comfortable, then feel free to sit on a chair or sit on a bit of a footstool or ottoman or something. And just as long as you keep your upper body in a nice tall position. Shoulders melt back and down, and the top of your head is reaching up towards the ceiling. So come back to your breath work again. Deep cleansing breath in through your nose. And fog the mirror with your breath out. Good. So you're going to just move into the side stretch. So from here, you're going to take a nice deep cleansing breath in through your nose. I'm just making a tent with my fingertips out to the side body here. And then as I exhale, I'm going to windmill one arm up and over and lean over without lifting my glute. Breathe in. And then exhale and windmill the other arm up and over. Create length in the side body. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. So you want to move in a way that you can stay in control of your breathing. Deep cleansing breath in through the nose. And then fog the air with your breath out. Nice deep breath in and out. Nice deep breath in and out. Couple more, nice deep breath in and out. One more, nice deep breath in and out. Good. So we're gonna come to standing. So we're gonna twist and we're gonna move through the spine a little bit more from a standing position. So just coming to a spot somewhere in your mat where your feet are gonna be hip distance apart, toes facing forward, hip distance apart, and you're coming into a nice tall posture with your arms by your side. So ideally you want your shoulders stacked over your hips, hips stacked over knees, knees stacked over ankles, feet firmly planted into the floor so you can feel the bottoms of your feet. You're gonna take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose. Think about expanding, opening up into your body with that breath. And then as you exhale, you're gonna start by tucking the chin towards the chest. And we're going to release ourselves down towards the floor, one vertebra at a time. As you get closer to the floor, feel the heaviness of your arms hanging from your shoulders. Feel your head hanging heavy. You're going to breathe into your back. So think about stretching the fabric of your top with your breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to draw your navel in again and use strength from your abs to help peel yourself back up one vertebra at a time, chin into your chest, and your head will be the last thing to come up. As you come up, you can shrug your shoulders up and release them back and down. So it's a nice reset into that nice tall posture. So again, start with that deep cleansing breath in. And start your spinal roll down, chin towards chest. So think about holding an orange in between your chin and your chest as you come down. So the chin is tucked towards the chest, not super tight, just towards the chest. And then as you come down, your gaze is, you're looking at your knees or your lower legs, and your head is just hanging heavy. Your arms are hanging heavy. Then you're going to take that nice deep breath in again. Think about opening up your back body with that breath in. Then as you exhale, slowly start to roll back up. Good. Shoulders up, back, and down. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep cleansing breath in through the nose. And then as you exhale, release slowly. Good, so this time you're going to hang out down here just a little bit longer. You can soften your knees if the backs of the legs are tight. Go ahead and bend your knees. And you're going to just add a gentle bounce. Add a gentle bounce. Nice deep breath in. Good, bring it to still, just hanging out, let the head hang heavy, let the arms hang heavy. Breathe into your back, open up your back with that breath in. And then when you're ready to exhale, draw your belly button in. Use your ab strength to help bring yourself back up. Your head will be the last thing to come up. And then shoulders go up, back, and down. Good. So next we're going to just practice our T-spine twist from the standing position. So your arms are extended out in front at or slightly below shoulder level. Again, take that nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you can windmill your left arm back and around, twist, and follow that hand with your eyes. Then as you inhale, bring it back to front center, connect your palms together. Finish this inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to windmill around the other way. Get that T-spine twist, follow that hand with your eyes, and then bring it back. Good. So continue with that. If it's a little bit too much to have your arms extended out like this, what you can do is kind of just wrap your hands around you, and you can still twist without having long levers in front of you. So you can do a smaller twist and just kind of hug around your body if that feels better. But you will get a little bit more open if you can windmill the arm back and around. And you'll notice each time you go to twist, you can probably add a little bit more range of motion with each twist. Good, coming back to center. So next we're going to move through the shoulders. I'm going to just turn and face my back to the camera. So you're going to inhale with your palms up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you're going to send one hand up the middle of the back, and you're going to meet it. Try to meet with the other one coming down from over top. And keep your gaze forward. Okay, if your hands are here, that's fine. You're just going to where you can go comfortably or where you can go pain-free. So you're going to breathe into it, and then as you release, you're going to come back to that start position with your palms up. Take a nice deep breath in, and then you're going to go at it the other way. So the other hand comes up from below, and then the opposite hand comes down from over top. And again, you want to stand up nice and tall. You want to think about shoulders over hips, hips over knees, knees over ankles. Top elbow up towards the ceiling, bottom elbow down towards the floor, and then release it, open. So the palms are up, and then just release them down to about 45 degrees, your arms. So palms are up, thumbs face behind you, right? And we're gonna flip our palms, we're gonna turn the whole arm 360 from the shoulder joint. So you're gonna roll it, and you're gonna turn it 360. So now the palms are up again and the thumbs are back, but you've rolled the arm 360 degrees from the shoulder joint. So flip it around and flip it around. Yeah. So if it feels good at about 45 degrees, then bring it up. Bring it up to about a letter T, and then try it with the arms at shoulder level. Roll it and roll it. So you want to just see where you're at in your shoulder joints as far as being able to rotate into your shoulders and release. Good, bring it down. So next what you're going to do is have your elbows bent at about 90 degrees and your palms up. And you're going to inhale, keep the upper arms and elbows close to the side body, and then exhale back to your start. So again, we're working into the rotator cuffs of the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, release. And then just go ahead and roll your shoulders back. So do some nice shoulder rolls. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, and then roll the other way. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, and release. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back down towards the floor in the seated position. Okay. And we're going to challenge the core. So you can hold on, your knees will be bent, your feet are down on the floor. You're going to sit up nice and tall and just hold lightly underneath your knees. So you breathe in, sit up tall, and then as you exhale, just recline to the point where your arms straighten. You want to keep your neck and your back in that same line. So your gaze should go, or would be probably where the wall in front of you intersects the ceiling, and then come back in on the inhale. And exhale, release. So I know some of you can do this unsupported. So if you're ready to just take it up to your next level, release, don't hang on, and then just come back with that nice flat back and feel your abs tightening up as you lean back, and then come back into your nice upright seated position. So there's nothing that's wrong with holding on, just having a little bit of support. So the other thing you want to be aware of is as you lean back, don't let this happen with your back, okay? You want to pop your chest and keep your shoulders back and down. And when you recline, you should feel the need to brace in your abdominals in the front and your back muscles in the back, okay? So that's your core working to hold your spine in that nice tall position. One more, and then come back up. Good. Now, you're going to release your upper body down to the floor as slowly as possible, okay? So you're going to take a nice deep breath in, and you can come down with a rounded spine this time. And if you want to hang on, hang on. So you're going to just release, chin tuck down towards your chest. As you get down closer to the floor, you can feel your abs really needing to work to lower yourself down slowly. So what I usually tell my class when I'm teaching is no drop and flop. So release it down, and then you can go, all right. So now your pelvic floor contractions, we're gonna mix it up with the hip bridge. So you did your hip bridge at the beginning. You can have your arms out to the side body. You're gonna take a nice deep breath in through your nose, and then as you exhale, lift the hips up. And contract into your abs, contract into your pelvic floor, contract your glutes. And then release the back and the hips down. Next, you're going to keep that down. You're going to breathe in deeply and think about blowing up your torso like it's a balloon. So it's a really nice deep breath in. Take your time. Then as you breathe out, imagine that your belly button is the center of the clock, and then you're going to picture the numbers around the center of the clock coming in and down towards the center of the clock. So as you breathe out, you're going to think about pressing your back into the mat. your tailbone's gonna scoop up slightly, and you're really gonna compress and contract into your abs. Like you're sneezing really hard, like you're having to hold your bladder, and you're gonna really contract even more and more, as much as you can, and then start to release. You're gonna breathe in, and then on the next breath out, you go into your hip bridge. So when you're ready, drive the hips up and drive down into the floor through your feet and your hands. And again, get that really nice contraction into your abs, your pelvic floor, your glutes, your back body. And when you're ready, release it down to the floor. If the tactile feedback helps you, then place your hands on your abdomen, spread your fingers out, and on this breath in, you can really feel the expansion as you breathe in. So this idea that the torso is like a balloon and you're blowing it up. And then when you're ready to exhale, you're gonna press the air out really slowly with intention, and think about all the numbers coming in and down to the center of the clock. You're gonna pull the belly button in and down towards the back of the spine and press the back into the mat. You can feel your abs tightening up under your hands. So think about that feeling you get when you cough or laugh really hard. You gotta hold your bladder, so employ those muscles, recruit those muscles, squeeze, squeeze, get all the air out, and then start to release. And then prepare for your hip bridge. So reset your hands down towards the floor as you breathe in. And then prepare for really strong drive up. And hold it while you exhale. So your body is so solid that if somebody put a load onto your body, you'd be able to stay in this position. That's kind of how contracted you are and how solid you are. Good. Just relax here. Hug your knees into your body, peel your head and shoulders up, and just gently rock from side to side. Okay, we're gonna stretch our hip joint and our thigh. So you're gonna cross your right ankle over your left knee. So your left leg is down with the foot bent, with the knee bent and the foot down on the mat. And then you're going to bring your legs in close to you and interlace your fingers just at the low part of your left hamstring. You can line your right elbow up in somewhere on the inside of your right thigh, or it might line up with the inside of your right knee. And then as you exhale, with each exhale, you know, guide your legs in a little closer to you, and then use that elbow to gently press that knee away from you. So that's gonna open up into your hip joint while you stretch through your upper legs. Okay, and then I want you to release your left lower leg. So just make sure that it's hanging there, relaxed. The left lower leg is just hanging there, relaxed. You're using your upper body strength. You're pulling your legs in towards you, using your hands, your arms, and using your right elbow to open up your right hip. So let's take one more breath in. And as you exhale, draw it in nice and close again. And release your legs down towards the floor. Uncross that right ankle from the left knee, and just do a few windshield wipers here. So knees go down to one side, then the other, staying, coordinating your breath with the movement. Deep breath in and out. Turn your head in the opposite way if that's available. Nice deep breath in and out. Feeling the lower back release, feeling the hips release, feeling the muscles in the upper legs release. Right, now place your feet flat on the mat, knees bent, left ankle across your right knee this time, and then guide your legs in towards you. So interlace your fingers at the low part of your right hamstring and left elbow in towards your left knee or somewhere along the left inner thigh. Release your right lower leg. Make sure it's just kind of dangling there, relaxed. And you can concentrate on the hip opener and the stretch. So as you exhale, pull your legs in towards you and use that elbow to push your knee away from you. So you're gonna feel that left hip opening up. The joint itself is opening up. You're gonna feel maybe a little bit of resistance and the supporting muscles around that area. You should also be feeling stretch in your left hamstring and in your thigh. And on the right side, you might feel some in your right hamstring and glute. So the glutes are releasing as well. So on this next exhale, see if you can add a bit more to the stretch in the hip opener. And release that foot down, uncross. And then you're going to put the bottoms of your feet together and let the knees just melt down towards the sides. So if you're tight in the hips and the knees are shaking in the air or it just feels really tight on the hips, let's straighten the right leg. Let's all just straighten the right leg and you'll feel your left knee just gently melt down towards the floor. So that should automatically feel a lot easier to open the hip one side at a time. So take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, think about releasing and relaxing. Again, nice deep breath in and out. Good. Let's bring that left knee up, place the left foot on the floor, and then bring the right knee bent and place the right foot on the floor. Straighten the left leg out on the mat. So send that left heel down to the bottom left corner of your mat. Now let your right knee just open up down towards the floor. So opening the hip one side at a time, allowing for the hip joint to just easily open up one side at a time. You can place your hands just over top of the front of your hip bones, and that can also be a gentle tactile reminder for your hips and the muscles in your pelvis to just release. So nice deep cleansing breath in through your nose. And exhale, press the air out like you're fogging the mirror. So again, nice deep breath in and out. Good, all right. So release that leg down. And we're gonna just do some gentle ankle. We're gonna move through the ankle. So I want you to just draw some circles with your toes while you're lying on your back. Move through the ankles. Switch directions, switch directions. Good, and then just let the legs relax. So next what you're gonna do is just bring your arms in close to the side body and bend at the elbows and have your forearms straight up and down, vertical up towards the ceiling. So the fingertips are facing up towards the ceiling. So if you tuck your chin down slightly, you should be able to see your hands in your peripheral vision. So now what you're gonna do is bend at the wrists and have your palms facing down towards your belly. And then straighten your hands again so the palms face each other. So just bend at the wrists so the hands face down towards your torso and then straighten them out. So just moving through the wrist, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Good, and then just roll, do some circles into your wrists, let your hands just roll, moving through your wrists. Good, and then we're going to extend those arms up overhead, bring those legs in nice and close. And as you breathe in, you're gonna stretch and lengthen. So make yourself as tall and long as possible. And then your choice for your exhale is to either relax in place, or you can compress, you can curl into a ball. So maybe your body wants some flexion in the spine or likes compression. And if not, what you can do is just stay on the floor. You breathe in. On your inhale, you make yourself as long and tall as possible. And on your exhale, you can just soften in place, just relax in place. If your shoulders are a little bit tight, what you can do is extend your arms in the Y position or the T position so that you don't feel so pinchy in your shoulders. And you can still think about extending out through your fingertips and making yourself stretched out, whether your arms are in a T position or Y or I. And then you can just still relax in place on your exhale. Let everything soften and relax. So let's do one more. Nice deep breath in, stretch, lengthen, and then exhale and bring those arms back in towards your side with the palms down or palms up. So we're gonna come into our Shavasana. So if your house is a little bit cool or your AC is on, put your layers back on so that your body doesn't get too chilled too quickly. Maybe grab another sip of water or two. And then we're gonna come into our Shavasana on the floor in corpse pose. So heels down to the bottom corners of your mat. And then lying down on your back, the same pose that we started in, we're gonna finish in. And now that you've been practicing with your breathing the whole time, that should just happen naturally and comfortably. You shouldn't have to overthink your breathing. So then just close your eyes. Your hands can be down towards palms down or palms up, whatever feels best for you, as long as your hands are soft and relaxed. And then you're going to start to scan your body as though the body is in a machine, a scanning machine. But you're going to just consciously connect your mind to your body and start to scan it, looking for any areas that might still be holding on to tension and tightness. And you're going to release that tension and tightness and let it go. So if we were to start from the tips of the toes and just kind of examine with our eyes closed, just make that conscious connection with each toe and make sure that it's soft and relaxed in its joints there, and then scan your feet in a similar manner, the top of your foot, the bottom of your foot, the sides of your feet, your heels, your Achilles, your ankle joints. So just make sure that everything is softening and releasing in your entire foot on each side. And then you're going to start to look at the area between your ankle joints and your knee joints. So scanning up and down in that area, releasing tightness and tension. And release your kneecap so that it just feels like it's floating in space. And the knee joint feels soft. Breathing comfortably, rhythmically. So the lower leg on each side is relaxing and softening. Then you're going to have a look at the area between the knee joints and the hip joint on each side. So you've got a lot of large muscles in there, your quads, your hamstrings, your inner thighs, your outer thighs. You've got your hip flexors and your glutes. So release and relax into all those muscles, your hip joints and your knee joints. Everything's softening, everything's relaxing. So now everything from the hips down are soft and relaxed. So having a look between the hip joints and the shoulder joints, again, just breathing. You can feel your breath in and out like the ebb and flow of a wave. Really nice and easy, really relaxing, really comforting. And the whole torso starts to become weightless. You're just so relaxed that your body, your torso is starting to feel really light. Then having a look between the tips of your fingers and your shoulders. So scanning each arm, relaxing into your shoulder joints, into your elbow joints, and then all your fingers, your wrists, your finger joints, the bones in your fingers, your hands, just everything softening and relaxing. Feeling lighter. And let's have a look at our neck. So muscles in the neck, traps, relaxing, softening. Your jaw is soft and parted. Your tongue is soft and relaxed. The muscles around your eyes are soft and relaxed. Your scalp is soft and relaxed. So the entire body has been released of all tension, stress, tightness, resistance. We're going to bring our awareness back into our rooms. Start by wiggling your toes and your fingers. Let the wrist joints and the ankle joints move. As you gently open your eyes, you're going to turn and look to the left, and then turn and look to the right. Bend your knees, place your feet on the mat. And then let your knees come down to one side, let the upper body follow, and help yourself up into seated position. Good, as we breathe in, let's float those arms and hands up towards the ceiling, palms together at the top. And as you exhale, bring those hands down to your heart center. Connect your hands to your heart. And namaste.